morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I have had several requests to show some of the ways that I made these collage sheets into tags. Many of you will have seen these already, but these tags here I didn't do on camera. I ran out of time and I had people asking me if I would do another tutorial just showing how I make them. And yeah, I have no trouble doing that. You're going to find out how simple it really is. There is no, as you know, right or wrong way of doing these. It's just cutting them into shapes and making them into journaling cards or tags. And yeah, so I'm going to do that for you right now. So this won't be a very long video, but I hope that it helps you for those that were asking. Okay, so here's the piece that I did use Mod Podge, just like I did the last roll of collaged book pages. So now all I do is I do about a 3.5 inch let's say, for example, I'm making it a large tag. So because I want to get the whole of the number 5 in the tag, I'm going to cut just past it. So what I do, I know people use their craft knife, which, you know what, maybe I should do that. I don't have a very good craft knife, so I don't usually go that route. I love to cut, fussy cut, so I do generally fussy cut or use my scissors. But let's use craft knife if I can find it today. You know what? I bet you I'm not going to find it. Okay, let's go back to the pen and scissors. So just give myself a line to follow. Not a dark one, just enough to cut to see what I'm cutting. And now all I'm going to do, come on, let's find a starting point here, is cut the whole strip. Yeah, so it's a bit tall, so I'm not going to use the whole the height of it. So I think I'm going to cut the top a bit here, and that's pretty straight. So that's a good size tag for my journaling purposes. So let's see if I did that. Okay, I'll angle it in just a bit more. And don't throw this piece away. This will come in handy. It's almost like we cut up scraps to use our scraps, and then we make more scraps. That just seems to be how it goes. Okay, so now I'm going to corner around the bottom of my tag. So you see how simple this is. I'm going to use a little pen to dot my place. I'm going to put an eyelet. I like the look of a ribbon or eyelet or what have you here. And where's my eyelet container? So let's see, I'm just gonna grab an eyelet. Okay, let's get it set. For those of you that have not seen how to set your eyelet, see that little nib right here? I do mine so that it's on top. So I have to make sure it just, and then you just give it a squeeze. That's it. Eyelet is set. Okay, so that is basically one tag already. Let's use some muslin. And I'm going to show you how, well, actually, I think this one already has a nice spot for journaling on the back. Not doing so well here. It's probably because this is too thick, so let's make it just a little bit thinner. Well, you know what? I'm going to fight this and get it through. Sometimes you just got to persevere. I'm going to go this way, actually. There we go. And then open it up and grab the two loose. There you go. So there you have it. See that? One tag done. That was from the strip. Now also, I'm going to show you this anyway, I think. So I just took some scrap paper out of one of my journals, and I'm going to glue some of this on the back so that it gives me some lines and some writing space. I mean, you don't have to, for sure. But since you're asking, here you go. This is the process that I go through. Not too terribly difficult. I always, I find it's a lot easier just to glue a larger piece on that surface that you want to cover without trying to measure it, and then you just go around and you cut it right off. I kind of find that I used to measure, and it would take me too long because you got to fit the corners, and now I just do it this way, and then I cut off the excess around the shape of whatever it is I'm covering. So it is a lot quicker in my mind, just how I do it. But I'm going to use the corner rounder here again. Get the little corners off. You could just use your scissors. It's just as simple. Okay. So there we have it. Probably what I would do as well, let's put the lids on my glue, is I'm going to just give it a little bit of pop around the edges. See that? Gives it a little bit of, just a little bit of pop. And of course, I like to do it on the back, especially because when you're inking against the white, it just knocks the white back. I would say that this writing pad that I used this sheet from is more of an ivory colored page, and that's good too. And that's that. You could put another side pocket here and put little tags inside. This is just sort of a base tag. So that's one thing. Excuse me. So now I think what I'll make is, let's do a journal card. Yeah. So I'm going to do a journal card sideways. And let's see, do I want to do this side? Yeah, you know what? Let's do this side. Okay. So there's my line, my guideline for me to cut it. And here we go. And like I said yesterday, you'll find little spots where you have to squeeze your scissors a little harder, just because it's probably, there's different sections where maybe you would add a little more paper on one section than the other, so it's a little tougher. And this is a bit long, so we're going to cut down the side. Generally, my pages, so if you want to measure quickly, just grab I usually, my journals are often this size, so it might be a little long, but then I'll worry about that when I'm actually going to use it. And then I can adjust the size then, but I'm going to give it some rounded corners. I don't always, but sometimes I do. Now let's put a tab. Let's put a side tab. Let's see, what do I want to use? You know what? We could put a side tab there. Let's see. No, I need something a little bit bigger. So I often take little pieces of ephemera and I cut them into tags. You know what? Here's a scrap piece, and for the sake of, yeah, okay, we're going with that one. Sometimes it just pops out at me and I like it. So we're going to do that, but I kind of want to put something under it for a little bit of layering. Well, let's see if this would work. Bring some of the, maybe angle it in. Maybe under it this way, let's see. Oh, see, that's the piece I cut off and said don't throw away. And now you know why. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna glue this on. I wanna make sure. I like that actually. So I'm going to cut this a little bit narrower. I'm going to round the edges. See, some of these little things that you do, just make a little difference. Except I'm going to turn it this way. Overthinking it, which I said I don't tend to do, which it's because I'm probably going to use this journaling card, so I want to make sure that I'm doing it. You know what? Let's just lose that idea. Instead, let's give it a little bit of fabric. Yeah. And this fabric isn't going to tear, so we're going to cut it. But that's too big, so we're just going to cut that down. And find that this probably isn't going to work in the end anyway. I'm not sure if I'm liking that. Maybe because I got to round it up here. You know what? I'm going for it. Let's see if my glue stick works here. Maybe just bring it in a little, give it a little bit of a pulled in look, crinkly, scrunchy look. And now I need to get this open. Okay, so now we're going to glue the inside of your tab, just at the bottom pieces. You don't want to glue the whole thing because I guess you could, but I guess I use so much glue that I don't waste it if I don't have to. Okay. But I'm not having success here, so let's, maybe because I'm gluing it against the fabric. It is early. Obviously, I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee yet. Okay, so let's give it some ink and see what happens here. I am doing this on the fly with you guys. Okay, what do we have? Let's see. Well, we definitely need an eyelet. Let's do one right here. Something about popping in an eyelet, hey? Let's do maybe, let's pull some of that green from the leaf. Whoops. Oh my goodness, my fingers are just not working today. There you go. Okay, so there you have a journaling card. Let's cover the back. Give it a nice, this part, obviously we don't need. That's just washi tape. I washi taped the edges of my pages at one point before I started junk journaling, actually. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's tear it. Yeah, let's give it a bit of. Okay. So I'm just going to glue the whole back of this. There's really so many endless ideas how to do ephemera pieces and cards and tags and stuff. And for those of you new to all of this, trust me, you're going to find your thing. It's going to start to click for you once you start doing more and more of these yourself. I used to watch a lot of tutorials. I don't really do that as much anymore because you find your own bent on how you like to do things. And often, I think sometimes one can get caught up in trying to make it look like that person's who you liked and what you saw, but then you want it to also be your own. So once you get to that point, oh, you're gonna love it. Although I still love to watch other people and glean from them as well, but I always do try to give it my own bent, my own style. Okay, so there's the second one. These were fast and quick, so you could still do a bit of, maybe I'll do a stamp, a number. Maybe I'll add a number there. That would be kind of cool. Do I have one handy? If I do, I can show you what I mean. Oh, I think I might. Or you could put a word, but no, I'm liking the idea of a number. I had a page. Sorry, I'm going to just give it one little quick look here. I'm not going to find it. Never when you want it. Oh well, that's okay. So that's it. I won't use up this whole sheet to show you, because now you have an idea how to do a tag, how to do a journaling card. You can make them bigger, fatter, smaller, thinner. You can make just, if you have a corner or a circle punch, hey, you know what? Let's do one of these. You could do like, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but we're going to find out. So here, you could put an eyelet right here and use this like a little a journal dangle. Why not, right? Let's see, do I have something I can put in here? Yeah, I'll use this. No, that's probably not long enough. I'm going to just try this here. Well, you know what? We'll use this. I don't love to use ribbon. I'm not sure why. I find that the ribbon goes wonky. It doesn't lay nice. But maybe that's just me. It's definitely too long, so we'll cut it off. But there you go. That's just a little dangle. See how they, I don't like it. They just sort of, oh well. But for the sake of the video, this gives you an idea. I would use sari or some cheesecloth. I like the way cheesecloth or muslin tags look. This is kind of nutty and crazy, but that's okay. Anyways, this is it. And you can add another piece for more reinforcement if you want. And that's just another little idea. So there's so many ways that you can use up your collage sheet. But I would say, at the very least, just start. Just take your pages, glue pieces of scraps along the seams of your pages. This is the back, and I didn't reinforce because I will do that as I cut my pieces. I'm not sure what I'm doing with them just yet. And just start tearing and cutting and gluing, and you know, make your shapes big and small and place them sideways. There's no rules. So I hope this helped you. I know it's not much of a video, but I just didn't want to take up too much time today doing it. So I hope this gets you going and inspires you. Look how many you can make in a very short period of time. So this will be, and because of the color palette, it's obviously going to be for a specific journal. It wouldn't just put it into any journal. But I want to show you quickly something I'm working on as of yesterday, and I'm kind of excited about it. It just kind of evolved. So just a little sneak peek here. So this is going to be, I'm in the beginning stages. This beautiful, see this honey blossom kit from Dawn from the book Vandal Shop. She sent this to me a little bit ago, and I'm finally getting to prepping. These are my signatures, going to be my signatures. I'm not done yet. I'm prepping and I'm putting my signatures together, getting some ideas. Again, this was just since yesterday. And then last night, while I was watching American Idol, first of all, I have a few images I'm going to use as well, bee themed images. Oh, just look at this one. Isn't it beautiful? Not as beautiful as Dawn's, but it's lovely. And so, because I've been on this collaging kick, I took my bin of, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. This is one bin of scraps. So I brought the pink bin into the living room last night, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, and from within the bin, I took pieces of paper and I started collaging from the scraps. So I took scrap and now I'm collaging on my scraps, and I'm making tags and stuff. Look at this. It's bee themed, of course. These are ends and whatnot that I was starting to use from the kit, and some book page pieces. But here's a journaling card, and one of the tickets from the kit I used just as a tab. I just think that they make kind of cute journaling cards. And oh, this one here, I will tell you, a couple of these right here are from the dollar store. They're these here. They're index cards. So all you need are cheap index cards as well, if you want, for immediate journaling line spaces, and just start collaging them too. Just angle pieces for the tabs. I don't know. I really just started to glue and stick stuff down, and I think that these are going to make really cute journaling ephemera pieces in the bee kit that I'm going to be making. So just thought I'd share that quickly with you. But so yeah, this is a project in the making, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. So I appreciate you. Oh, this one more thing. Look at this. Look at this. I got this from the thrift store a while back, and I thought, would I ever use it? Well, it just happened to jump out at me yesterday. Of course, the bee kit, golds and blacks and yellows and whatnot. And look at this. This is black and gold ribbon with some sparkle in it. So we're going to make use of this too, somehow. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to continue on finishing my coffee and do some crafting, and we will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.